108 bells of peace. Why 108 bells? Why does repetition change the mind? Why do certain words remain inside us, even long after we hear them? Why do the same fears grow stronger when repeated every day? And why, for thousands of years, have humans repeated prayers, chants, mantras, and rituals? Perhaps the mind was never meant to remain still. Perhaps it is always being shaped by repetition. Every single day, the human mind repeats something. Fear, stress, regret, doubt. Sometimes we repeat these things without even realizing it. A single thought can quietly become a habit. And habits slowly become part of who we are. Modern life is filled with repetition. Notifications, headlines, scrolling endlessly. The same fears again and again. The same worries. Every single night. The mind absorbs repetition, whether we want it to or not. That is why repetition is powerful. Not because it changes us instantly, but because it slowly changes the direction of thought. Little by little, day after day. Most people already practice repetition. They simply do it unconsciously. Repeating stress, repeating fear, repeating self-doubt. And over time, the mind begins to believe what it hears most often. If someone hears, "I am not enough every day," eventually the mind accepts it. Not because it is true, but because it was repeated. The human mind is deeply connected to rhythm. Patterns, habit, memory. This is why certain songs remain in our heads. Why certain voices are impossible to forget. And why repeated emotions leave such deep marks on the mind. Repetition creates familiarity. And familiarity creates acceptance. For thousands of years, many cultures understood this. They repeated prayers, meditation, rituals, not always for religion. Sometimes simply to quiet the mind, to slow breathing, to release fear. Even today, people instinctively repeat actions when they are anxious. Checking their phones, walking in circles, repeating thoughts late into the night. The mind seeks rhythm, because rhythm creates stability. That may be one reason the sound of bells has remained important across so many cultures. a bell does more than create sound. It creates a pause, a moment of stillness, a separation between one thought and the next. When repeated slowly, the sound begins to change the atmosphere around us. Not through magic, not through supernatural power, but through attention, breathing, focus, and repetition. The number 108 has appeared in many traditions for centuries. In some beliefs, it represents human desire, attachment, imperfection, the weight people carry through life, and the process of letting those things go. But even beyond symbolism, there's something deeply calming about repetition itself. A repeated sound, a repeated breath, a repeated word. The mind slowly settles into rhythm. Perhaps that is why people continue to seek repetition even in modern life. Music, meditation, exercise, daily rituals, affirmations. The human mind does not simply react to repetition. Over time, it becomes shaped by it. That is why the words we repeat matter. The thoughts we repeat matter. And the emotions we return to matter. Because repetition is never truly neutral. Eventually, it becomes part of us. So, perhaps the real question is not whether repetition changes the mind. Perhaps the real question is, what are we repeating every single day? Fear, noise, stress, or something quieter? Something intentional, something chosen. The mind remembers repetition, and eventually, it becomes what it repeats. Welcome to 108 Bells of Peace.